All of these videos are going to upset women. This one is definitely going to upset women. Single mothers cannot produce a man. You can raise a boy, you're not going to produce a man from that boy, because women don't understand men when they're single mothers. Because if a woman understood men sufficiently, they would not be single mothers. They would be with a strong man who would be there and be supportive and work through their personal differences. When you find yourself pairing off with an immature guy or just a boy man, a man-child, if you will, and it doesn't work out, he was too immature or he was quote-unquote toxic, which is to say that you have no patience to resolve conflicts because you're weak and you want to blame that on your man. Or if he was violent, which is not your fault, that does happen, there are abusive men in the world, you picked poorly. You don't understand men well enough to choose good ones that have high values to keep around and work through things with. You have poor choice in men. You have poor taste because you don't understand men. And it can't be expected of every woman to fully understand a man because women aren't men. And if any woman is more like a man than not, they're not going to be with men because men won't have a manly woman. Men don't want masculine women. It's the whole reason we're getting with women. If men wanted masculine women, they would just get with a man because they'd be gay. Deal with it. So here you are, you have a kid by a man. You might have more kids by the same man or by different men because you don't understand men. You don't understand what decent men require of their women, and so you were not those things, and you wound up with inferior men, and now you're not with any man, and you're raising children. Some of those children, 50% of the time or so, give or take, will be boys. You won't let your man stay in the picture. Maybe he doesn't deserve to be in the picture because, again, he could be one of those violent, abusive types. Fair enough. It happens. Maybe he passed away. He was overseas doing military stuff and didn't come back home. Okay, fair enough. Most of the time, though, it's just that you have shitty taste in men and you chose poorly and you squandered your opportunity at a healthy, functional relationship. You pissed it away. Now you got this little boy or little girl. God forbid. Because you don't understand men, you can't make men out of your boys. And because you don't understand men, you can't raise your little girls to be women that men will want anything to do with. So what you have are undesirable children in society that become undesirable adults. The little girls you raise that turn into young women are women that no man wants anything to do with because you were a woman, as a mother, that no man wanted anything to do with that was worth a damn. And then your little boys aren't worth a damn to women because they were raised by a woman who doesn't understand men. And so because this man was raised by a woman who doesn't understand men, he can't be the man that good women prefer. And he can't be a good man for any woman because he was raised by a woman that doesn't know what a good man is. So how the hell are you going to make a good man out of a boy when you don't know what a good man looks like? The best thing you could do for these children is let their fathers be in their lives, no matter what the situation is. And honestly, it's blatantly abuse for you to be the sole parent in these children's lives because you don't understand what they need to become to surpass the roadblocks that you put in your own path. So you're setting your children up for the self-same failure that you're putting yourself through. And raising children to be failures is abuse. You're abusing your children. You're a terrible parent. You're a bad mother. And you should be ashamed of yourself. You can't unborn your children. You should not abort your children. But what you should do is try to find some way to get some father and mother figures in these children's life that know how to be a wife, know how to be a husband, respectively speaking. Maybe you need to go to church, and maybe you need to get your deacon in touch with people that can school these children and coach these children to be a better human being than you turned out to be. Because God forbid, we don't need more of you. You done dropped the ball. You know, if you got 3 kids by 3 different men, the last thing you need to do is be interacting with children. You are a threat to children. So, the fact that the court favors you is a mark against all of society. Because the court should not favor you because you are just the worst thing for children on this planet. And they need to be taken away from you, honestly.